Hello everyone and welcome back to Apollo Justice Ace Attorney, where I gotta assume we're closing in on the end of this trial. Sorry to break this up. I would have normally liked to do this as one video because I have a feeling we're very close to the end, but there just wasn't time last week. But I'm hoping this week I'll have some time and we can do some slightly longer episodes, or at least hit like that half-hour mark. But anyway, something did happen that night at the Maractus Clinic. You needed to get that chart back no matter what it took, even if you had to steal your fiance's pistol to do it.
But wait, looking at this lamp in the witness's neck, it looks like the very opposite happened.
Exactly. The victim in the clinic that night was this witness. Specifically, you tried to threaten Dr. Maractus and he attacked you. That's what happened that night at the Maractus Clinic. Yeah, we got her. Wow. Here we go, the freak out moment.
Order, order, order. Will someone please tell me what really happened?
I told you the truth already. I went to the clinic that night to warn Dr. Maractus. That gangster knows everything. He's coming for you.
Looks like my clinic's seen its last patient.
We have to get rid of that chart. Quick, open your safe. Give it to me.
So you can save your own skin?
What?
I know what you're up to. You want in with the family, and if they see that chart, you're finished. Leaving me holding the short straw. But her name's on. Well, I guess she could like scratch it out, but that's suspicious too. But if I'm going down, I'll want some company. You. And what happened next?
He jumped at me and knocked me to the floor. Then he took that cord.
It's amazing that like the lamp itself didn't break.
Pal Maractus was serious. Deadly serious. He really tried to strangle me. I must have blacked out.
You had to have fired at him first, though. Something about that doesn't quite add up.
So, you were the victim.
And the red splotch on the cord was your lipstick.
No, I didn't want to remember that night. That's why I didn't bring it up. There, are you happy now? I was out cold, almost killed. And you claim I then snuck into that noodle stand. But how could I?
Wait, no. Nope.
Well, one thing is clear. We now know what really happened at the Maractus Clinic.
No, we don't.
It would seem that our victim was not entirely without blame himself.
I'm sorry. I get so nervous just thinking of it. It's hard to breathe. I told you everything. Can I go home now?
You bear some responsibility for the events that day, true. Yet if you were also a victim, this court would owe you some sympathy. What? Well, Mr. Justice, I believe this clears up the remaining questions for Miss Tiala.
When did this happen? Suddenly everyone's sympathizing with her.
I don't know what to think anymore, Apollo. I mean, is that it? Do you know everything we need to know about Miss Tiala?
No.
Very well, this finishes the cross-examination of this.
Objection! There we go. Honestly, for the DS, that is pretty good animation. It's not so fast. This party's just getting started. Now we rock. What? Music of this is so good. Those spikes on your head are softer than they look. Or do you not have the stomach to go all the way?
Prosecutor Gavin.
Pal Maractus choked Alita Tiala. She fell unconscious. But what happened next?
He's right. There is more we don't know. But she was choked hard enough to leave that mark. She would have been out for a while.
Oh!
Wait, no.
I think I've almost got this. He was trying to kill two birds with one stone.
Even still, what if it was her in that noodle stand?
Lita Tiala, half dead, Dr. Maractus pulling that stand, and a bullet fired from inside the noodle stand.
What if it's all true? We might have already figured out what really happened that night.
We did. Miss Lita Tiala, as you can see, we're not through with you just yet.
You really want to blame me for this murder, don't you? You too, Prosecutor Gavin?
Me, Fraulein, I only wish to know what the truth. Well, let's go back over what we've learned up till now. On the day of the murder, Waki saw his checkup report, from which he learned about the bullet still inside him. So he took a pistol from the family stash, with the intent to give Dr. Maractus some of his own medicine.
And Miss Tiala heard about this from Waki, so she went to the Maractus clinic ahead of him, in order to get rid of the chart with her signature.
But then something happened.
Sounds like you figured it all out. But remember, I was the victim. I was out cold.
But what about Dr. Maractus? That does seem to be the problem. He had just strangled Lita Tiala, perhaps he thought, to death. What did he do after his crime? Oh, I know.
I was just knocked out, not dead.
Right, that was the problem. From the state of his clinic at the scene of the park, I think it's clear what the good doctor did next. Well, Air Forehead, care to guess? I got it! I got it!
Well, Mr. Justice, what did Dr. Maractus do?
Maybe he did think he killed Lita Tiala. Right. Do I have evidence to show what he did next? I do. I do. Yeah, right? He put her... That's why he cleared out the noodle stand. Because he had beef with Eldoon anyway, so it was kind of like, I can destroy his stand and life is good. As his next move, Dr. Maractus stole Guy Eldoon's noodle stand.
What? Killing me disturbed him that much? So much he randomly stole a noodle stand.
Not randomly. It wasn't so random. Remember all the bowls in the clinic's foyer? Bowls that belonged inside the stand? I think it's pretty obvious, don't you? That stand was at the clinic. However, the question is, why did he remove the bowls?
Maybe because the stand was heavy.
Nope. Or he wanted to put something in the stand in their place. Because I was like, how would he not notice? At first, I thought that she snuck in there. To like kind of ambush him. But I like the whole time I was like, no, because if there was a person in there, like you'd probably notice that it's still heavy. And so, yeah, this makes way more sense.
Ah! Wait, you don't mean...
I do. Dr. Maractus did replace those bowls with something. Your corpse, Miss Tiala.
My corpse?
Dr. Maractus panicked. He thought he'd killed you. His next move would be to dispose of the body.
That's crazy talk. You're all crazy.
Then let's think about it. Logically, the doctor had a place to dispose of you in mind. But on his way there, who should he run into but the defendant, Waki Kitaki? Hey, what? I questioned your logic.
What's this, Prosecutor Gavin?
The park is a dead end. Why would he head in that direction to begin with?
That's right. He had no reason to go there. Oh, now I get it. It was a trick. That spoiled brat made him do it. He made the doctor steal the stand.
No? Tell me, why would someone go to a dead end? Unless the park was his destination.
What?
Apparently the defense has an idea. Tell us where Dr. Maractus was heading with the stand. Here, please show us on the diagram. Where exactly was the victim dragging the stand?
It would be... I don't know how specific I need to be, but like the river.
There, that's a river.
Yes, Your Honor. I scarcely need to explain why. A perfect place to dispose of a body.
He was going to throw me into that river.
He didn't have many other options, Fraulein. I believe this clears up all the remaining questions. The victim pulling the stand and the defendant before him. And inside the stand, you, Miss Lita Tiala. And then, the denouement. Wesley Sticker of panty snatching fame walks up. I'm waiting, the games that take place 100 years in the future, he's like buried. That's on his tombstone of panty snatching fame. Seeing the two men, he shouts. In that instant, she comes to. So, I shot him. You're the only one who could have stolen Walkie's pistol. It had to be you.
Well, Miss Tiala.
Nice work.
You mean I'm right?
I mean, you've done a fine job dreaming up a story to get that spoiled brat off the hook. You're the one who's dreaming. Apollo's backed up everything he said with facts. If you're so sure he's making it up, give us another reason. Why was Dr. Maractus pulling that stand through the park? Who knows? But there's one gaping hole in your logic. I think Mr. Gavin knows whereof I speak.
Whereof what? Can't believe she's still trying to deny this.
Is this true, Prosecutor Gavin?
Must I always be the one to point out Air Forehead's errors? That is kinda your job. Yeah, maybe there really is something. I believe the Fräulein speaks of Herr Doctor's car. Ooh, that is all vodka. Yep, that'll do. His car? Why wouldn't he take the car? He couldn't take the car. We already established it.
That's right, the Maractus Clinic has that big garage.
In which sat a green sports car, was it?
Why would he steal the stand in the first place? If he wanted to carry a body, he would have used his car.
No, he wouldn't. There's so many reasons he wouldn't. And so we find our victim without the probable cause to steal the stand, and our defense without a case.
I have an idea. You know that green car? I bet it wouldn't run. It was broken.
Ah, what an excellent counter-argument, Fräulein. Too bad you're quite wrong. Don't tell me you've forgotten what happened to your daddy.
Daddy?
That's right. That night, the car that hit Mr. Wright was that green sports car.
Oh, yes, I had nearly forgotten about it. Hit and run, bad, nasty business, all that.
After he drove it back to the garage, it ran fine.
That's right. So why didn't he use his beloved sports car?
Come on. A glaring contradiction, to be sure. More glaring than your forehead. Rude. So rude. No. No.
Order, order, order. Well, Mr. Justice, why didn't Maractus use his car to carry the body?
Is that a grown-up surrender, I hear? No, I got this. Some advice. Now's a good time to review all you know. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days. Everything I've learned. Come on.
Mr. Justice, this contradiction casts doubt on your entire case. This is truly your last chance. The defense will explain to us what happened that night.
The car didn't run. Carried the body in the car, someone else stole it. No, the car didn't run. I have an idea. It's all coming together. It's all coming together. That night, Dr. Maractus couldn't use his car.
Now you're making even less sense than usual.
Not according to my information, Miss Tiala. Put one and one together and that explanation is simple.
If it's so simple, perhaps you can show us some evidence. Show us proof as to why the car wouldn't run that night. Let's see now. Panties? Again?
Just, didn't I think I said in the last episode, I'm like, I think we've gotten all the mileage we're going to out of these. I was wrong.
All sorts of things come out of my panties. Even the truth.
Another crime was committed the night of the murder. The theft of these panties. The latest in a string of similar thefts, actually. But that night, the snatcher was caught in the act. Wasn't he only after Trucy's, though? A brave young girl chased the thief until he hid in the Maractus Clinic garage.
What?
The snatcher hid the panties there before running. Perhaps someone in this court remembers where he hid them.
Ooh, weren't they found in the car's exhaust pipe?
Exactly. By the way, I learned something yesterday. A very important piece of information. And I learned it from you, Prosecutor Gavin, that cars don't run if their exhaust is clogged. So you're here investigating. And I was on my way home when my hog gave up the ghost. Your hog? My motorcycle won't start. A clogged exhaust pipe. Too bad. It looks like such a nice bike, too. Hard to believe that it could break from just from that. Cars, motorbikes, they're all the same. Clogged exhaust and they won't run. I guess, like, yeah, it is kind of important that they give you that information.
My, how interesting.
While Miss Tiala and the doctor were struggling, the panty snatcher snuck into the Maractus garage. From that time until the time we found these, that car wouldn't start.
What? That's why Dr. Maractus had to use the noodle stand. It was the next closest thing he could think of.
Why don't I get to do that? I'm the one who figured it out. Well, Miss Tiala, this wraps your doubts up quite nicely, I think.
So it does.
There we go.
Where am I? So dark, can't see. Cramped. The pain, my throat's burning.
What's your problem? You, Doc, you know what you did. I know what you did. You know what you did. I know what you did. Everyone knows what you did.
Walkie?
You lied to me, so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine, man. Wait, let me explain. Fine, I'll give you your last request. Listen, you're being tricked, but not how you think. It's not just me.
No! He'll ruin everything. I have to stop him.
This is cease at once. Yep. Oh, she's not freaking out yet.
Funny, this isn't the way it was supposed to turn out. Oh well, too bad.
Oh, alright.
There's still one mystery. How did you manage to disappear from that stand?
In silence after the shot, I heard the witness running.
I believe we heard as much from Wesley Stickler. You went to use a public phone to inform the police.
Which is when I made my escape.
Which is when you left that slipper print.
Dr. Maractus didn't bother taking my slippers off. I threw them out after I stepped in that paint, though.
That was your mistake.
No, my biggest mistake was coming to you for help, Mr. Justice.
Eh?
I believed in you. You and your anything agency. If anyone would get Walkie declared guilty, it was you.
Oh.
I believe we've reached a conclusion of sorts. Prosecutor Gavin, how is Miss Alita Tiala doing?
She's confessed to everything. We're processing her arrest now.
Prosecutor Gavin sure seems calm for someone who just lost.
I think he already knew. He figured out she was the killer a while ago. Some advice, now's a good time to review all you know. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days. He lost, but I didn't exactly win either. Something's the matter, Air Forehead.
Looks like it's time to announce the verdict.
Success!
Court is adjourned.
Alright, we did it.
Great job, Apollo, you did it.
Yeah, we did it, somehow.
Walkie's off the hook. Free to become the gangster he's always wanted to be. He has you to thank.
Hey, attorney man, you're gonna pay for what you did to my Alita Holmes. Wait, what?
Or to blame, I guess.
You give me my Alita back. Stupid pointy-head attorney with a death wish. Enough, Walkie.
Mr. Kitaki.
It's high time you opened your eyes, Walkie.
What do you know, old man? It's about time you opened yours. Giving up the life, trying to come some kind of businessman.
Don't talk about what you don't understand, Walkie.
I'm afraid the guard is going to throw them both out.
If not in jail, wouldn't that be a happy ending?
Hey, maybe we can help them out. You know why Mr. Kitaki needs so much money? Maybe we should tell Walkie. Oh, Walkie, Apollo has something to tell you.
Huh? I do? You put me on the spot.
What's that? Show him the reason why, Apollo.
Why is Mr. Kitaki trying to become a businessman? I think it's one of his charts? I don't know. Think about it, Walkie. Think about about your condition. I talked with your mother, Little Plum, yesterday. Pays, but we need a lot of money right... Oh. For that operation. Clean money, that is. So they can actually go to, like, a real hospital.
She doesn't mean... You aren't really, are you?
I searched the globe, and I found one. A doctor who can take that bullet out of you, Walkie. But it's an expensive procedure.
Man, but you got plenty of money already, don't you?
I won't use it. Here's the gangster life that did this to you, Walkie. I want to help you, and I want to do it clean. Wouldn't using that money... Please understand, Walkie. Wouldn't using that money to, like, get the bullet out of him and then disavowing it, like, that to me seems like the way... Oh, whatever. I get it.
Dad.
Like the Blue Badger shirt.
Man, I see how it is, old man. Always looking out for Walkie. Listen good, old man. One day, I'm gonna take you out. Then we'll see who's the OG. You try to hide in your business suit, I'll find you. Stupid old geezer. My Walkie.
No, it's as it should be.
Mr. Kitaki, I liked him more without the puppy dog eyes.
I'm glad to have met you. I'm not so good with words. But I know a professional job when I see one. Thank you.
Who, me? I don't think...
Someday, I'll bake you one of our latest, the Kitaki Lime Pie.
He's opening a pie shop?
So long. And he was gone.
Well, let's head back, Apollo, to the Right Anything Agency.
Hey, since when do I work at your agency?
We make a good team. Don't just stand there, let's get going.
Why not? She did help me out. There's a few questions that still need answers. Like this power mine that she showed me, and my bracelet. If anyone can help me figure it out, it's her. Though I can't say I care much for what her father has become.
Oh, that's right. We have to go someplace first.
Huh? Where?
Wanted to claim our reward from Mr. Eldoon.
Salty noodles. Right. He's got to stand back already.
Oh, and after that, you can come see my show. With a special appearance by the amazing Mr. Hat.
Oh, it's special, alright. Please, anything but him. Alright, our first real non-tutorial trial is in the books. Turnabout Serenade. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Alright, so that's what we're going to call it an episode. I really liked it. For a first trial, I thought it was very strong. This whole game has been very strong. I would very much struggle to come up with things that it doesn't do well. Some of the gameplay takes some getting used to, but there's nothing that I would like... I don't think there's anything I can think of it that I would just straight up call bad. So I'm very much looking forward to the rest of this game. I hope you are as well. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.